In this video, I'll be showing you how to complete the Season 3 Week 2 challenges insanely fast so you can get 280,000 XP in the Bunker Jonesy Alpha variations. Now if this is your first time here and you want to learn how to complete your challenges fast, get better at Fortnite quickly and improve at all sorts of fun other things, be sure to subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss out on anything, and help me get to my dream of 30,000 subscribers. Honestly, that would help me out a ton. Alright, so the first challenge here is to search 7 chests or ammo boxes over at Misty Meadows. Now this challenge is really easy, and I will cover an amazing route that you can follow to quickly and easily complete it. Of course, be sure to complete this challenge over in the game mode Team Rumble, to land at the risk of there being players there trying to kill you. 1 or 2 people on the opposing team at most will land here, so you really shouldn't need to worry about getting killed by any players. Anyway, first you want to land over at this house, or this part of Misty Meadows. There'll be a 1 chest right over here. And then if we can just head right over downstairs, you can of course look around if you want, but there's nothing really too important over here. We can head over towards the next house right up here. I'm actually going to build up on the roof so we can grab just another chest. It really doesn't really matter if you enter through the floor or the roof, because you just fall down here, and there's a second chest just sitting right over here. Now we jump around, and of course, once again, there isn't much here. There's an ammo box, right, which is number 3 here, and we can head down here. And then right over here, there is a 4th chest to grab it just like that. And then if we walk through this door over here, it's a little confusing, then walk around into this door right over here and go through this little area, there is a 5th chest that you can grab. Then we're going to head all the way upstairs. An ammo box might spawn here, not this time. Same thing with the ammo box that I got earlier. So chests are always more reliable. But I'm going to go over to the roof of this building. And then if we just destroy the roof, here you can see that we will have a 6th chest right over here. And then finally, we're going to head into this area right here. Once again, go for the roof chest. It'll be right over... Okay, what's going on? My bad right there. Destroyed the wrong tile. The roof chest will be right over here for our 7th chest. And there's, of course, an ammo box here and a couple more chests in this building in case the ammo boxes don't spawn, because they don't always spawn. Aren't guaranteed. So you have an 8th, 9th chest right here. I think you guys all get the point. And you can always go around and grab a few extra chests in case one of your teammates or something steals a chest from you. So next, the second challenge, which is to get 3 eliminations over at the Authority. Now, first and foremost, you're going to land at the Authority when it is a hot drop, meaning the bus flies directly over, which, to be honest, is in the middle of the map, so it's basically every single game. Now, the reason for this is, as you can see, there are a lot of players going here over in the early game. Now, partially, this makes it pretty luck-oriented. So you see this guy's going right over here. I'm going to grab a burst assault rifle. And my goal here is to take advantage of this. Take advantage of those who don't have guns, like this guy's still flying in. See if I can hit him. My at him 20. Okay, there he goes. He's still... Now, this guy I see is fighting a henchman. He doesn't necessarily have a gun. I can't tell. So I'm trying to take advantage of that. The fact that I have a gun and he does not. Try and kill him. Okay, I don't know if he expects me, but he killed the henchman. So I gotta be really careful here. I'm gonna crouch and just walk up on him. He's looting a chest, it looks like. He's right here, and there you go. Boom! Got him, snuck right up on him. Because of the early game, I had an advantage earlier on. I got a better landing than him. I had better guns. So because of that luck-oriented factor in the early game, when you go over and land at the Authority, you never know what's going to happen. So regardless of your skill level, if you find a gun and push players early on, inevitably you will get 3 eliminations by landing over at the Authority. Maybe even in a single game if you're lucky, which we'll try to do so now. But I'm not going to be too serious about getting 3 eliminations, because I don't want this challenge to be some 20-minute thing for you all. Okay, this guy, he has a sniper rifle, so I should probably not push him. I'm going to a telephone booth, because as I'm going to mention later on in this video, it's great for sneaking up on players. I'm going to go through the vault here. I hear a lot of fighting, so let's try and be careful. Where is he? Oh, he's in this thing right here, I see. I think I'm just gonna go guns a-blazing. What could possibly go wrong? Ah! Alright, so I didn't get 3 eliminations there, but I could just go and land at the Authority over and over and over again until I get 3 eliminations. It'll take me like 5 minutes probably, but you guys don't want to just sit here and watch me do that, so let's get on to the next challenge. So now we have the third challenge, which is to collect 4 floating rings over at Lazy Lake. Now this challenge is actually pretty easy, as long as you know where all of the 4 rings are, of course. Now first of all, we're going to want to go over to where the reboot van is. I kind of messed up the landing because I was reading guys all the challenges, but the first ring is actually right over here. The reboot vans are right over there. Just know at this building on the north side right here is where you can find the first ring. So of course you're going to build up and then search it like how you would search a chest. Then after that, we're going to head over to the next ring, which is right, you probably can see it by now, but it's right by this house, simply right over here. Once again, you're going to want to build up. So to make sure that you're not, exposing yourself, so you need to worry about dying, and to make sure that you have enough materials for all this, be sure to complete it in Team Rumble. Right here you can see we have a second ring over at the northeast corner of Lazy Lake. Then after that, this is where it gets a little bit confusing, but don't worry, you can probably see by now that the ring is actually up in the sky. So for this, you're going to want to build, of course, once again, up to where this ring is. Just build right up here. Of course, hopefully my teammates don't shoot me down, but just like that, we have the third ring right over here towards the center of Lazy Lake. And then finally, I have to, of course, get my way down, maybe land on this tree to negate some of the fall damage. But right after that, if we head down, we have the fourth ring, which is by this Big Shots, I guess, coffee, cafe area over at the very south corner of Lazy Lake right here. So you can see we have the fourth and final ring. Just search this ring, and just like that, you will complete this pretty easy challenge. Now after we have the fourth challenge, there's a dance atop of the crane over at Rickety Rug. Now this challenge is incredibly simple. As you can see, we are above Rickety Rug right over here. And it's important to remain high in the air with your glider, of course, in Team Rumble, to make sure that you're able to land atop of the crane, and of course, to land at the risk of there being other opponents there who are gonna, kill you. Anyway, the crane is pretty obvious, just right over here in the back of Rickety Rug. It is sitting right over here. And then of course, just gotta land at any part of the crane towards the top, I assume. I'm not entirely sure. Oh no, I'm falling off like that. That is a bit of a problem. Of course, if that does happen, do not worry, it is not the end of the world. Of course, it is most efficient to just get there right off of the bat and land right at the top of the crane and get this challenge over with. But if you do fall, don't worry, you can just build your way back up. I shouldn't have harvested materials, because you do get materials in Team Rumble, so that was a little dumb of me. But just land right over here on top of the crane, and then of course, dance. I mean, really, that's it. The crane is right here at the very back of the map over at Rickety Rug. It really is not too hard to miss this crane. So just dance here just like this, and just like that, I said that twice, you will complete this challenge. Okay, so now we are on the fifth challenge, which is deal 100 damage from inside a cornfield over at Frenzy Farm. Now first and foremost, you want to land at Frenzy Farm when it is a hot drop, so you see the bus flew right over it early on in the game. That means there will be a bunch of players landing at Frenzy Farm who we can fight. Now, first of all, you're going to want to find an SMG or a shotgun. Now, usually, I think a chest spawns here. Yep, right here. You can grab a chest, have a sniper rifle, which is probably not the best start to a round. I'll go to this chest right over here. Okay, I see a burst assault rifle. That's okay. But an SMG or a shotgun is best. Anyway, it's just easier to hit players in a cornfield with that. An assault rifle is kind of spray, so it should work. Same thing with a pistol, but a shotgun or SMG would be ideal. Anyway, players should come rotate here in just a second or two. Alright, so I see a shotgun right up here. Let's grab this. And then, oh, I see a blue tack. I'm going to risk it and go for the blue tack. Anyway, so you see there are players right over here in this house. Players should come over to a cornfield just like this one's usually the most common in just a second. If not, maybe I'll shoot at them to get their attention. Okay, so there's a guy right there. I'm going to snipe at him. He sees me. I'm not going to hit him. Okay, you see he sees me? He's shooting at... There's a guy right here. Okay. So you want to crouch in the cornfields, because when you're crouching, it's hard for players to see you. So let's be really careful here. Use visual hearing to see exactly where players are. I'll show you to turn it on in just a second, but you see a guy there. I'm going to shoot at him from inside the cornfield. Got to be inside the cornfield or else I won't get credit for this challenge. Okay, it looks like it's a bot, which is good. Now, there's a player right over here. I want to go against a player because you might not be lucky enough to encounter a bot, but a lot of bots do go Frenzy Farm, so that's important to note. So we see our friend is right up here. I want to get him to come into the cornfield, because if he comes into the cornfield, you can crouch and you can kind of remain stealth. You can see if the visual hearing, I can see exactly where the player is. So he's coming in. I'm going to hide here so he doesn't see where I am. And then I'm going to walk up to him. He's right there. 112 in the head. It's crouched so he doesn't see where I am. I can see where he is with the visual hearing, though. And aim right into this direction. He's right here. Okay. He's right there. I'm going to finish off with my pistol. My accuracy. And there you go. He is dead, just like that. You only must deal 100 damage for this challenge, so it's only half of someone's health. So regardless of how much shield they have, you should be able to complete this challenge. Just hit them a few times. Of course, if you go into settings right over here, go to sound, and then you scroll down, you can see you will have visual sound effects right here. You want this to be on because it allows you to see exactly where players are, like exactly where this chopper is, and it makes shooting them from inside a cornfield a whole lot easier. Now following, we have the 6th challenge, which is destroy 2 cars within 60 seconds of landing over at Retail Row from the battle bus. This challenge is not too difficult as long as you know where to land. As you can see, there are quite a few cars around here over at Retail Row. Now thankfully the timer does not start until we land, so all you gotta do is land right next to one of these cars, walk close to it, and then hit these weak points. The weak points aren't too important because we have a fair amount of time, but if you're right next to it, you see the weak points spawn right in front of you. So just destroy these cars like that. And I mean, that's all. There are cars right all around Retail Row. So just land at any 2 of these cars and destroy them within a minute after you've landed from this thing over here. That's just a regular bus, but you get the point from the battle bus. And just like that, you'll complete this honestly pretty easy challenge. Of course, now we have the 7th challenge, which is land a Choppa at the bottom of one of the steamy sacks. Now, this challenge is actually pretty easy. The only challenge here is finding a Choppa, because Choppa, as a matter of fact, do not spawn in Team Rumble. So to do that, you want to land right over at the yacht. Please don't steal my Choppa. Alright, because I'm going to land at the yacht, at the Deadpool yacht. I'm going to get right in this Choppa, and then let's fly away before I get shot at. Come on. Alright, I'm going to take this Choppa for myself. I do have 1500 health on my Choppa, so if I get shot at a few times, it is not the end of the world. I know it's a little ways away from Steamy Stacks. I think one does spawn over here towards Fancy Farm, so you can of course go over there if you want, but for now I'm just going to go over to the one over by the yacht. Anyway, then of course just make your way over to the Steamy Stacks, which to be honest, it is not too hard to miss them. Finally, it's going to want to go over and hover right over the top. And then once we're right over the top, just descend down into the stacks. There is, of course, some wind resistance, but overall we are able to go down. Come on, I gotta not crash the Choppa here. Ah, oh no! But then, just like that, don't do that. Bam! The Choppa has landed at the bottom of Steamy Stacks. I am flying kind of everywhere, but it's a bit of a problem. I'm kind of gonna lose my Choppa, but it doesn't really matter. You're probably just gonna leave the game after that. If you do that, just like that, you will get a Choppa at the bottom of Steamy Stacks and complete your challenge. And if you enjoyed this video and want to learn how to complete your challenges fast, get better at Fortnite quickly and improve at all sorts of Fortnite things, be sure to subscribe with notifications and help us get to 30,000 subscribers. Once again, that would help me out a ton by clicking right here. And in front of the video by me, click this card right here to learn how to level up insanely fast in Fortnite. And finally, to support me, you can use code StormRanger and buy my merchandise by clicking here. But that's all I have for now, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye.